good WEG mobile. Dreamix is going to get it centered here for this team, but not going to be able to get the shot there. Golbs with passing play over there to Triz, not quite able to get the touch he was looking for. And now Dreamix for Creighton, going to take this one downfield. Golbs going to look to defend here for Pitt State. Dreamix will get it by him. We'll go over one, over two. This ball gets stalled out. Spanky going to clear that one away from the Pitt State goal. Narrow shot there. Spanky up in the air. No boost, though. Not going to be able to follow this one up. They're going to send in Triz instead. 50 going to go the way of Creighton. Triz going to just get this one by some defenders. Spanky going to buy mobile off that aerial shot there. And Triz will take this on to the offensive for Pitt State. Golb's going to get it centered here. Going to get saved there by Joe. Golb's going to look to back out here. Spanky coming in across, but Dreamix going to intercept actually. And a nice little attempt at a flip reset there by Dreamix. Spanky going to let Golb's take this one away. And here's the shot there. Nice save there from Dreamix. A nice little passing play, and that leaves the Pitt State net open. A nice attempt at a save there from Spanky. Sends it off the corner. And Dreamix just in position to get the second touch there. Sends it into the Pitt State goal. Creighton will take the lead with 3 minutes and 13 seconds left on the clock. Triz going to look to make a basket play here. Not quite going to get the touch he's looking for. Mobile going to look to dribble this one in, but will get demoed by Golbs. Spanky going to take this one down. A nice little double touch. Doesn't quite get the goal. Triz going to center it here for Pitt State, but Joe Porschka going to send that one away. Spanky going to take this one to the Pitt State corner. 50 goes the way of Creighton. Triz off the backboard, going to send it down to the Creighton side. And Golb's going to take this one to the corner. By Pitt State a little time. Spanky going off the backboard, going to send this one down. Joe Porschka going to send it to their corner now. And Pitt State on the offensive once more. Golb's off the wall here. Nice little pop. Going to get blocked by Dreamix. Spanky going to demo Dreamix, and Triz will take control. We'll try this one once more. Triz looking for some bumps here on his way out. Spanky going to pass this one back off to Golbs, who will take it off the wall, but he will get intercepted by Mobile. Spanky with nice control here, going to flick it over the Creighton defender. Going to try to get this one centered here for his team. Going to steal the back boost. Triz with a nice aerial here. Flip reset, but he's actually just passing it off to Spanky. Nice little passing play there from Triz. Very good control. Fakes the other team out and sets Spanky up for a beautiful shot. And that will tie the score up with 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock. Pitt State on the offensive here. Golb's going to try to get this one going. Triz now with a nice center here. Golb's up in the air for it. Going to look for the redirect. Gets it down, but it will be saved by Dreamix. Spanky now backing out, playing some shadow defense. Going to stall Dreamix out. Golb's going to take that one to the Pitt State corner before he gets demoed. Triz on the defense here. Shot goes high. Golb's with a nice clear. Booms it downfield. And Joe going to take this one back away for Creighton. Looks for a flick. Doesn't quite get the touch he's looking for, though. Spanky going to try to dribble this one down. 50 goes the way of Creighton. And another 50 by Dreamix is going to be taken away. Golbs will get a nice booming clear here, but we'll send it straight to Dreamix. Mobile going to send it over to the Pitt State midfield. But his teammates are not quite in position to capitalize on it. Dreamix now up in the air, going to send this one off the backboard, looking for a double touch, doesn't quite get it. Triz going to win the 50. And Coles with a nice shot. Nobody's home. Creighton has too many men downfield. That double commit there by Joe and Mobile, leaving their net wide open. And Kolbs just launches that. Nice long shot there from the Pitt State offense. And here's Kolbs with another touch. A beautiful shot there by Kolbs. We see it coming here. He stays in the air the whole time. Just gets that second touch. Beautiful play there by Kolbs. Still 14 seconds left on the clock. Will they be able to make something happen here for Creighton? Pitt State going to do their best to keep this defense strong. Actually going to get a bit of offensive pressure going here. And with no seconds left, Pitt State will be taking game number 1. A nice punching goal there right at the end. They keep it alive, trying to make something happen, but they actually just set up for Pitt State to seal this one out. Closing out game number 1, 1-4. Looking at that scoreline there, we see Kolbs with the MVP. 2 goals, 1 assist, and 4 shots. Creighton with 3 saves. Very solid defensive pressure, or very solid defense there from the Creighton lineup. We'll see if they're able to make any adaptations. We'll see if they make any adaptations going into the second match. If they're able to match that Pitt State aggression. We've seen Pitt State kind of fall off after these early games as teams start to figure out how their offensive rotations work out. But Pitt State has been working on their rotations, so we'll see if they're able to keep that pressure going throughout the rest of the series. And here we are, game number 2. Unfortunate kickoff goal there. Dreamix gonna stall it out here with tricks. Spanky goes just wide, leaves the net open, and Mobile gonna get that one by. And here's the kick, going to go off to the side. Spanky going to get that one down onto the Creighton side of the field. Kolb's going to go up for it, but will get beat. Dreamix now going to try to dribble this one in. Nice little flip reset there, but Spanky has the read. A nice pinch there between Kolbs and Spanky. And off the backboard, here's a passing play, but Mobile has the save. Spanky going to try again for another passing play there, but pinch going to go wide, just high of the Pitt State goal. Triz now going to take control. Going to try to guide this one in. He gets the demo, he gets the shot, and the goal. Triz, the one-man army here from the Pitt State goal, takes it around 1, gets the bump, demos the last defender to score that one in. Beautiful play there by Triz to tie the game up. 4 minutes, 19 seconds left on the clock. Pitt State going to win the kickoff here. Spanky going to take this one around. Trez coming in to keep that offensive pressure up. Going to pass that one back over to Spanky. Spanky going to look to take this one off the ceiling. We'll just pass it off to Kolbs, however. So he goes to look for some boost. Kolbs going to get a pass off here. Joe Porshka going to get this one back onto the offensive pressure for Creighton. Kolb's going to take it back away from him, though. Dreamix now going to try to run some interference. Goes up the sidewall here. Mobile going off the wall into the air. Spanky going to go to meet him. Sends it to the Pitt State corner where Triz is waiting. Triz going to pass that one off to Kolbs, who will get intercepted there by Creighton's Dreamix. Triz going to send this one up the wall. Mobile going to center that off the backboard, but Kolbs will send it to the corner. And here's Dreamix. Going to try to make something offensive happen here, but gets blocked by Spanky. Kolbs now likely to take this one for Pitt State. Gets it past Dreamix in the air, but nobody's around to follow up. Triz going to apply some pressure here. Joe Porsche going to send this one downfield. Triz just barely getting that off the Pitt State goal line. And Spanky with a nice shot here. Joe Porsche with the fake, going to let this one go to Dreamix, who will get the save. Now Dreamix taking it off the wall. Nice little pass play there, just goes wide of the net. And Joe going to miss that aerial. Spanky now should be able to take this one. Golbs passes it off. Golbs just looking to harass that defender. He keeps Joe from being able to save it there, but I believe it was Mobile had the play. Golbs now going to look to pass this one off to Triz. Gets intercepted, but Spanky will try to get something going here. That one gets taken by Joe Porschaska. Golbs going to send this one to the Creighton center line. Got to get batted back away. Lots of booming clears here from both sides. Just lots of back and forth. We see Mobile now looking for a little bit more control. Not able to sneak that one by Triz. Dreamix taking it off the wall. Going to look to get this by the Pitt State defense. He has no boost, however. He will get overridden. In an unfortunate pinch there, Pitt State gonna score, taking the lead in game number 2. An unfortunate 50 for Creighton. Absolute bananas for Pitt State. And here's the kick. Dreamix going to take this one for Creighton. Spanky now up in the air, going to get it past Wii Mobile. Dreamix and Kolb's going to 50 there in the air. Spanky taking this one off the backboard. Wii Mobile going to intercept. Triz going to send it to the backboard as well. Kolb's now gets the redirect. Joe going to have a shot there. Gets batted away by Triz. Spanky with the redirect goes just high. You know that is frustrating. Triz now going to look for a play here. We'll take that touch and bail. Cole's going to send this one to the Creighton corner. Triz going to look for a passing play. Mobile going to bat it away. Triz going to look for another touch here. Gets finally sent off to the Pitt State side. Spanky going to send that one over Dreamix. And that is the 30-second warning. Creighton's got to make something happen quick if they want to keep this series alive. Kolbs sends it to Spanky, who tries to send it back to Kolbs. And Spanky going to send that one to the backboard. Triz coming up into the air for that shot. We'll see it again here. Creighton just not quite able to match the offensive pressure that Pitt State is putting out at the moment. Creighton going to win the kick here, creating a bit of offensive pressure. But as that clock ticks down, they are not going to have enough time to finish this one out. Going to try to close out with a score, but they will not get it. So what I'd like to see from that Creighton roster, a little bit more controlled gameplay, sending a lot of booming clears, which does provide them with a bit of breathing room, but if they can get some better ball control, go for some of these softer touches, they might be able to get some offensive pressure going. But Pitt State, absolutely offensively dominant here. We see 9 shots between them, 5 saves by Creighton, playing absolutely stellar defense, but just not quite able to match that offensive pressure. They need to figure out some way to get Pitt State to give up the ball. But we'll see if they can make any adjustments going into game number 3. And here's the kick. Going to go the way of Pitt State initially. Mobile going to send this one down. Spanky going to go for the reset. Ends up not actually touching it. Nice little 50 there. Triz going to send this one to the corner. Cole's going to read this one off the wall. Sends it over to Dreamix, who sends it to Pitt State's goal line there. Spanky going to clear this one away. Cole's going to send that one just past Wii Mobile. Triz going to look for a shot there. Doesn't quite get the touch he's looking for. Spanky with another save. He's going to take that side boost and go for some offensive pressure. Misses off the wall. Triz going to take this one now. Mobile going to send that to the Pitt State corner. Cole's off the wall. Going to try to get the pressure back going for Pitt State. And that will be sent over to Creighton's goal line. Spanky hits a little too hard, gets the clear, sends it past the goal line there. Triz now up for Pitt State. Colb's going to take this one into the center. Just going to try to air dribble that one around. Going to get bumped off there by Dreamix. Nice shot there by Triz, just short of the goal. But Creighton had the defender there anyhow. Spanky going to take this one off the ceiling. Nice little shot there. Not quite able to make it happen, though. Dreamix has the read. Joe Pershaska going to demo Colbs after that touch there. Mobile going off the back wall here. Sends it over to Triz. Colbs going to clear this one away from the Pitt State goal. Triz now back for Pitt State's defense. Dreamix up in the air. Mobile looking to demo Colbs. Doesn't quite get it, but does bump him off of his play. And Mobile going to bounce this one back down to the Pitt State side. And Dreamix with a nice shot there. Going to get saved by Triz. Spanky going to try to take a little control here. Joe Pershaska going to win that 50. No boost, though, means he can't follow it up. Spanky going to send this one down, and Colbs will take it away and clear it. Colbs with a nice demo here. Spanky needs to flip this by, but Dreamix has the read. Triz now going to come here. Dreamix, nice power shot there. Colbs going to interrupt his aerial shot, though. Wicked little pinch there from Pitt State, Spanky and Joe. A nice little passing play there. Colb's going to get the first goal of game number 3. Triz and Mobile take a 50 off the walls, splashes that ball out into the midfield, and Colb's punches it home. Dreamix going to try to get the pressure going here for Creighton. Nice little passing plays there for Creighton, but nothing really coming of it. Pitt State defense staying strong. Nice shot there. Goes wide. Spanky going to take control here. Flicks it past Dreamix. Mobile going to go up and defend here for Creighton. Sends it to the corner. Colbs now going to look to pass it off to the mid lane. But that one will sneak by. And that goal goes just wide. However, Mobile with the follow-up. Pinch sends it down to the Pitt State side. Goes just off that crossbar. Triz just barely misreads that. And that will be Creighton on the board. 1:23 left on the clock. And another sidebar ding. Heartbreak for Creighton there. Pitt State going to be breathing a sigh of relief. Gold with a nice shot. Going to get saved there by Dreamix. Dreamix pushing forward here now. Going to get it by one. Going to get it by another. Fakes Triz. Takes this off the wall now. He has the reset. He gets it by one, but he will not get it by Colbs. Colbs with the save. Beautiful play there by Dreamix, but Colbs just has the read. Dreamix going to go for round 2. Doesn't quite get the flip reset he was looking for. Mobile now going to try for his shot. Going to get blocked by Spanky. And Pitt State gets bunched up there. Couple of bumps. Spanky sends it to the corner. Unfortunate read. And Creighton will take the lead with just 30 seconds left on the clock. Will Pitt State be able to bring this one back? Or are we going to game number 4? Kolb's looking to get some pressure. Dreamix with a shot. Going to go just wide. Spanky going to get the 50 here. Triz going to go for the 50 with Dreamix. Kolb's now goes for a 50. Spanky up in the air. Can he get the backboard double? He gets the touch, but it doesn't go for the net. Very close shot, just not quite able to make it happen. And that will be Creighton taking their first game of the series. So we saw some good adjustments there from Creighton. A lot more offensive pressure, particularly from their MVP there, Dreamix. 6 shots on goal, 2 saves. Absolutely stellar performance there from Dreamix. But he can't be a one-man band here. He's going to need his teammates to step up and match his intensity here. Pitt State, really solid defensive gameplay there. But losing a bit of their offensive pressure. We'll see if they're able to get back into rotation going here into game number 4. And here's the kick. Creighton going to get the initial offensive pressure here. Trez going to take this one off the wall. Sends it midfield. Mobile has the touch here, but going to send it down to the waiting arms of Kolb's. Trez going to take it once again back away from that Creighton lineup. Tries to pass it off, but Mobile going to intercept. Spanky now for the offensive pressure here for Pitt State. Gets it centered. Joe Prochaska going to get that one blocked away. Trez misreads that initial touch there. Kolb's going to send that one off the backboard. Tries to get that shot in. Going to get blocked by Dreamix. Trez going to take the 50 there. Kolb's going to send this one down to the Creighton corner. Trez with a nice touch and demo there. Gets some solid offensive pressure here going. And Spanky with shot going to get saved by Mobile. A beautiful save. And Joe Prochaska going to take this one downfield for Creighton. Dreamix up in the air for it. That shot not going to go quite anywhere. Although Spanky not with the touch he's looking for. And then another misread immediately following. Joe now going to take this one. Gets it nice and centered here. But Kolb's going to bat that one away for Pitt State. We Mobile now on the offensive here. Going to look to drive this one downfield. Gets bumped off the shot, but no one is guarding the net. And that will be Joe Prochaska scoring goal number 1. Spanky and Kolb's both going for that ball. Leaves the net open. Minor miscommunication. We'll see if Pitt State is able to rally here. 3 minutes, 28 seconds left on the clock. Here's the kick. And Kolb was going to save that shot there from Mobile. Dreamix now looking for a shot of his own. And Mobile going for another. Gets just wide. Mobile going to demo Spanky there. Driz off the backboard sends it to the midfield. Spanky going to look for a 50 here. Joe Prochaska going to take control. But he will lose that 50. Pinches dangerously close to that Creighton net. Driz goes up for it, but goes wide. Spanky waiting for the read here. And Spanky off the backboard saves that shot from Mobile and sends it back down to midfield. Kolb's, his touch going to go wide. And a nice 50 there from Dreamix. Going to send it to the Pitt State corner. Spanky going to take this one off the wall. Sends it over to Kolb's. Maybe thinking about taking his own shot there. Triz now up for defending for Pitt State. Spanky going to go in the air. Nice save. Beautiful read on Dreamix. Was absolutely ready for him there. And another shot goes high. Pitt State trying to get this one out. Nobody has boost. They're all boost starved. Spanky going to boom this one down to the Creighton side of the field. Gets a little bit of breathing room there for Pitt State, but Dreamix going to boom it right back. And a nice save there from Kolbs. Going to keep this play alive for Pitt State. Minute 40 left on the clock. Joe Prochaska going to take this one downfield for Creighton. Kolbs going to look to flick this one over the last defender, but he will be forced to make error there. And Triz with the shot going to go high off the backboard, but Spanky has the read. Triz sets him up with a beautiful shot. Sends that one off the backboard. Mobile initially thought it was going in, and then the Creighton defense just gets bound up right there in the center of their goal. That'll tie the score. A minute 20 left on the clock. This is Rocket League. Triz going to take this one for Pitt State. Goes up for it. Misreads the corner bounce. Sends it over to Kolbs there. And Kolbs now going to send this one to the Pitt State corner. Dreamix looking for a shot. Going to get blocked by Triz. Kolbs goes up in the air. Not quite able to get the shot here. Mobile going to take that one past Spanky. Triz now up for the first man of Pitt State. Spanky going up. Here's the shot. Here's the goal. Pitt State takes the lead. 48 seconds left on the clock. Still anybody's game. Let's watch this shot once again. Spanky. Beautiful placement there. Getting it just sneaking it by the Creighton defender. But as I said, this is still anybody's game. 45 seconds left on the clock. Spanky going to go for another shot here. But Triz going to intercept. Kolbs, a nice shot there, goes just wide. Mobile now going to go for his own shot here. He has no boost, though. Going to get saved there by Spanky. Spanky looking for another aerial touch here. And Kolbs, the passing play. Kolbs going to take this one away from Spanky. Spanky has the angle, I think, there, but Kolbs with that touch to bounce it past Dreamix, the last Creighton defender. 22 seconds left on the clock. Creighton needs 2 goals before that comes down to 0. And here's Spanky going to try to keep the offensive pressure going here for Pitt State. Kolbs not going to allow Creighton any pressure here. Dreamix with a shot there. Spanky going to save that one away, and this could be the end of the series. Here it is. Pitt State going to take game number 4 and the series. Excellent Rocket League played there by both teams. Don't see quite everybody's goal line there. But Pitt State offensively dominant. Got a little loose with their offense there in game number 3. Creighton allowing Creighton to take that match, but ultimately they bring it back in game number 4 with just very, very aggressive, solid Rocket League coming out from that Pitt State team. We saw a lot of offensive pressure. Their demos, bumps, their rotations were very solid. Several good passing plays there between all 3 members of the Pitt State roster, really. And they just keep that defensive wall up as well, only allowing 1 goal in that last match. Though Creighton had plenty of shots on goal, only 1 slides through, and Pitt State takes the series. Well, that will be all for us tonight, Pitt State esports fans. Join us back tomorrow for some Overwatch at 7:30. We'll see you then.